Hi, welcome back to Whoops with C++ session 16. In previous session, we have seen how to do function overloading, and also we have observed the ambiguity in function overloading when we use default arguments. Okay. In today's session, we will see how to pass the arguments to the function. In how many ways we can pass the arguments, and we will see what is the limitation or problems in the passing arguments. Okay. So in C++, we can pass arguments to the functions in three different ways. One is pass by value, and another second one is pass by address. Third one is call by address. In C, you might have used pass by address or pass by reference or call by address in the same way. But in C++, we have three ways we can pass the values or pass the arguments to the functions. One is pass by value, pass by address, call by reference. With respect to C, either you say pass by address or call by reference, both are same. But in C++, these are different. Pass by address is different, call by reference is also different. In C, we can pass the arguments in only two ways, pass by value and pass by address. Okay. Now, in today's session, we'll see how to pass the values to the function by value, and we'll see what is the limitation with pass by value. Okay. So if any limitation is there, then only we have to go for another method, right? So we'll see what is the limitation in pass by value. Okay. So in pass by value, the duplicate copy of the argument is created in calling function stack frame. Okay. So now means whenever you are passing a value from the function arguments, a local copy will be created in the function stack frame, and that value will be copied to the function argument. Sorry, in the local variable. Now, just as take the syntax, generally, if you want to declare any variable, how we will declare data type variable name equals to value. So here, this variable name is holding some value. Maybe say, for example, here data type I have given int x equals to 10. So x is the variable name and the value is 10. Okay, so when you are calling the function, what you have to do is you have to pass that variable name, function name, variable name, or you can call, you can pass the value also. Okay, function name in the this is the syntax you have to follow. Function name, and you have to pass the variable name here in the function call. In case of function definition, how you will write? You will write a return type of the function name, but here you have to provide data type and the argument name. So now whenever so don't mention data type in the function call. I have seen the freshers, they are doing these mistakes when they are calling the function call. They are getting confused where to place the data type, whether to place the data type in the function call or in the function definition. Don't keep this data type in function call. You have to keep it in function definition or function declaration. Okay, so function definition only you have to keep it. So data type here and the variable argument name you have to pass. So now what will happen is whatever variable name is there, whatever variable name it consists of this value, that value will be copied to argument one. And this is a function definition. Okay, this is the generic syntax when we are using for pass by value. Okay, so now we'll see one example and we'll discuss how the pass by value will work. Okay, now this is a swap program. Okay, I'm taking two integer arguments, int a equals to 10, b equals to 20. I'm printing cout a b. So initially it should print a value as 10 and b value as 20. Now I am passing swap a comma b. So this value I am passing a and b value I am passing here. Okay, now I'm calling the function swap. So this function swap, int x is there, int y is there. The value of a, that is 10, will be copied to x, and value of b, that is 20, will be copied to y. Okay. Next, I'm doing the operations here. Okay. Just before discussing furthermore this topic, just we'll see in the programmatically, we'll run this program and see how it is working. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I have typed the same program. So swap program, taking two integer argument variables a equals to 10, b equals to 20, cout a comma b. So here it will print in this session it will print a value as 10 and b value as 20. Now I'm calling the swap function here. When I call this swap function, it is taking two values, that is a, that is 10, and b value 20. See, not only like this variables, if you are if you want, you can pass some values also, something like this. Okay, swap, you can pass the constants also, 10 comma 20. Okay, this is also possible. Okay, but now we'll see that we are passing the variables only here. So variables only I'm passing a value, b variable I'm passing. So a variable is holding the value of 10, b variable is holding the value of 20. Now when I call this function, so x is having 10 and y is holding the value of 20. Okay, we will execute this. Now we'll see after calling this swap function, what is the value of a and b. So what we are expecting is, we are expecting a value has to be swapped to b and b value has to be swapped to a. So now after swap, we are expecting 20, 10 to be printed. Okay, so here we are expecting 10, 20 to be printed, and here 20, 10 to be printed. In the same way, after swapping in function also, I am printing the value of x and y. Okay, so we'll see this. We'll compile this program and see. Okay, so 10, 20 initially correct. So inside the function, the after swapping, the value is 20 for x, and value for y is 10. After swap, if you see 10, 20. So no effect on this. So previously also a value is 10, and now after swap also a value is 10. Previously also a value is 20. After swap b value is 20. After swap also b value is 20. So now why it is not getting affected? So if you observe the program, okay, I have swapped here. In temp equals to x, x equals to y equals to temp. I have swapped here. But why the values are not getting swapped? What is happening to this program? Okay. So just analyze this program now. Why it is happening? What is the issue? Okay. So now, whenever this is a main function, whenever your control CPU control is executing, and we know that whenever any main function is executing or whenever any function is getting called, a separate stack frame will be created, and in that stack frame, all the local variables will get the memory. Okay. So now for main function also one stack frame will get created. Okay. So here we have two variables, int a equals to 10, b equals to 20. Now first for a, one memory location will be allocated. Say that memory location is 1000, and this 1000 memory location is referred as a, and the value 10 is stored in this memory location. Now b variable will be created. Okay, maybe since it is a stack, I'm just incrementing, it is an integer variable, so I'm incrementing it to 4 bytes. Okay, 1000, 1004, this is the address. Okay, so at b, and this 1004 location is referred as b, and the value is 20 stored here. So now I'm trying to print cout a comma b value. So what is the value of a present here? 10. Okay, what is the value of b present here? 20. So initially it is printing 10, 20. So no issues here. So now what I'm doing, I'm calling a function. When I call the function, what will happen is a separate stack frame will get created for the swap function. Okay, so it is other swap, other stack frame, not the same stack frame. It for swap function also separate stack frame will get created. Now in this, now what will happen is, first for the arguments it will get the memory. So what are the arguments we have? Int x, int y. Two variables we have, local variables getting created, and for x the value of a is assigned, and for y the value of b is assigned. So that is, so first x variable will be created at a different memory location, and the value of a, that is 10, is assigned to x. Now in another memory location, the variable y will get created, and the value of b is passed here. So b value is 20, that is 20 is copied here. Okay, so after that the control is entering into the function definition. Now the temporary variable is getting created. Okay, so after getting created, say it is getting created at 2008 location, and then temp equals to x. So x value whatever is there, we are copying to temp. Okay, so x value is copied to temp. So now what I'm doing is x equals to y, means whatever value is present in y, that I'm going to copy in x. Okay, so now the x value is changed from 10 to 20. Okay, so now 20 is copied to so but now x is 20, y equals to 20, temp equals to 10. After this what I'm doing, y equals to temp. So what is there, y equals to temp. So y value is 20. Now whatever value temp is holding, same value I'm copying to y. So temp is having 10, so same 10 I'm going to copy to y. So now the y value is getting changed to 10. Okay, so now the swap is happened. So previously x was 10 and y was 20. Now x is 20 and y is 10. So swapping is happened here. So now I am printing cout in function. In function, what is there? Cout x value is 20 and y value is 10. So that is the reason we have got x as 20 and y as 10. Okay, so now just go back to the program. You can see first 10 20, sorry, so first 1020 it is printed in main. So after that in function 2010 it is printed, correct. In the function it is got changed to sorry 2010 it is getting printed. Okay, correct, 2010. And now we are coming back to main after swap. So once the excuse me. Okay, so after calling this swap function, what will happen? Okay, so now um, after printing this value cout this statement, then the control is going to hit the closing curly brace. When it is control is hitting the closing curly brace, all the local variables which got memory in a stack frame, that will get removed from the stack frame. Okay, so once the control is hitting the closing curly brace, so first temp variable will be removed from the stack frame, then y will be removed, then x, then after that entire stack will be cleared. Okay, so first temp variable will be cleared, y, then x. So after that whatever stack frame is allocated for swap function, that entire thing will be removed from the memory. Okay, now if you see here, now we are coming back after swap. Now we are printing cout. After swap it is printed. Next we are printing cout a b. So what is the value of a? 10. What is the value of b? 20. So whatever modifications we have done in this swap function, that is not affected to the values present or variables present in main function. So a and b values will be as it is not getting modified. So whatever modification has done, that swapping functionality or swapping operation has done only for the local variables which are present inside the function, because we have copied this, and on the copied arguments we are doing the operation, so it won't affect the original values. So this is the limitation we have to remember. So whenever we are using pass by value method, whatever modifications you are going to do inside the function, then that modification won't affect to the actual values. Okay, so now we have to remember few points here. So try to avoid using of pass by value method while dealing with user defined data types like structure variables or object of a class. Just now we have mentioned that, so whenever I'm using like this, whenever I'm creating a function, whenever I'm calling a function, this entire copy will be entire. So here 4 bytes and here also 4 bytes you have to allocate the memory. Say for example, if you are creating a structure and which is taking some assume that structure variable size is around 100 bytes or 200 bytes, then the 200 bytes of memory again it will be created in function stack frame also. So that entire values you have to copy to the function stack frame also. Okay, so even same thing for objects also. If the object size is more, maybe if it is some 100 bytes or 200 bytes or 1000 bytes, so passing that entire object by value leads to is not an advised one. Okay, so it will copy, you have to copy entire object contents to local object which is getting created in function. Okay, so when we pass the argument by value to the function arguments, the local copy of the variable will be created in function stack memory with the same amount of memory. So if you observe here, so previously we have created, we are calling int x, int y, and we are passing by value. So since it is an integer, here also I have to take an integer. Okay, here for a 4 bytes is there, and even in function stack frame also we will get the 4 bytes of memory. Okay, if it is 100 bytes, even here also you need 100 bytes of you need a variable which is holding 100 bytes of memory. So same data type you have to take. If you are passing int, okay, if it is taking created if it is taking 4 bytes, here also 4 bytes memory you have to allocate. If you are passing a structure, student structure, then here also you have to take the student structure variable. So that variable value has to be copied here. Okay, so when we pass the arguments by value to the function arguments, the local copy of the variable will be created in function stack memory with same amount of memory. Remember this point, same amount of memory. Okay, okay, so next, in function definition or declaration, argument name with the data type has to be there, whereas in function call, variable name or constant values has to be there. Okay, so here in the function definition or in the function prototype, what you have to do is you have int x means data type, and variable name has to be present here, and the value has to be present in the function call. Don't write data type here, don't write swap int a comma int b here, that is wrong. Okay, so here in the function call you have to mention, you have to give the value here. Okay, or variable name here data type and the argument name you have to give. Okay, so that is in function definition or declaration, argument name with the data type has to be there, whereas in function call, variable name or constant values has to be there. So when we modify the arguments in function definition, that modification will affect to local variables only. It won't modify the original values. So we have modified, we have done the swapping operation on xy. So that is affected to xy um, because it is local. Okay. So same swapping operation is not affected to the AB value which are present in main function. So whenever we modify the arguments in function definition, that modification will affect to only the local variables. Okay, it won't affect to the main function variables. Okay, so we have just remember how generally we will write a variable syntax: data type variable name equals to value, and this is LHS side. So whenever you are writing function definition or function declaration, so what you have to do is this particular portion data type variable name has to be present in the function declaration or function definition syntax. Okay, so in the arguments, but this right hand side you have, that is value, that value has to be present in function call syntax. Okay, data type variable name has to be present in function definition, a value has to be present in function call syntax. Remember this thing, because now it is easy when you are going for pass by address, call by reference, will get a confusion what to write, where to put what. Okay, that's you remember this one. Whatever is there in the left hand side, if you declare any variable or whatever is there in the left hand side, same syntax has to be present in function definition or declaration, and whatever is there in right hand side, same syntax has to be there in function call syntax. So for example, if you have the you have a variable declaration like this: int variable equals to 10, In that case, what you have to do is, this is the left hand side one. Okay, so this left hand side, you have a function definition, and whatever is there, this left hand side syntax, that has to be present here. Okay, and right hand side, whatever is there, that has to be present in function call. Okay, function definition, it has to be a left hand side syntax, and function call right hand side syntax, something like this. Okay, right. So that's about pass by value, and the limitation. So main two things you have to remember when you are passing. Try to avoid using pass by value when you are passing an object or a structure variable to the function. It is not at all advised, because if the object size is 200 bytes or 1000 bytes, same amount of memory you are going to create in the function also. That is not at all advised. Okay, and also, if you want the modifications, if you are expecting the operations whatever is performed inside the function, that has to be affected back to the original values, then also pass by value is not at all advised. Your pass by value won't work on this. So this is about pass by value method. In upcoming session we'll see, in next session we'll see pass by address. Okay, thanks for watching.